I hate Black History Month. Why the fuck? Oh! I have to separate niggas too.
Sunducker? We was just saying fuck niggas. And now you coming like this? Man, I don't like the new Tyler.
What it do, YouTube? It's What Duke, and we back at it again with a new YouTube video for me. And today we is watching Tyler the Creator is facing the reality of his fan base by Blackie Speaks. And thank you much for getting me to 1,100 subscribers. I'm not gonna lie, just forever grateful. Let's just keep it going. Like, comment, subscribe, comment if you want a shout out. You feel me? We gonna cut to Edit and Duke for the shout outs. What's good, YouTube? It's Edit and Duke here, and you feel me? We gotta say thank you to Roger, Edwards, Guitar with Jacob, and damn, I could have swore I had all their names. My bad, I had to check David, but I ain't forget about you.
Yeah, no matter if it's a hate comment, you still gonna get your shout out, bro. Now, I don't know what some of y'all be talking about, but you still gonna get your shout out. I don't care. I'm not gonna lie. The hate comments never faze me. I'm not even no Tyler the Creator fan. I'm just watching this because I feel like y'all gonna rock with it. You feel me? I only know like really 2 songs by him. See You Again, beautiful song.
It's getting sticky.
Now, Tyler the Creator is currently experiencing one of the harshest realizations any artist can face: the reality of the audience he built. If you've been on social media these last few days, you've probably seen Tyler the Creator's name getting dragged all over the timeline. A lot of people still don't understand what's actually happening right now, because this isn't just about a couple old tweets resurfacing. It's not even about a disrespectful comment section. It's really about what happens when your own fan base, the one that made you famous, grows into something you can no longer control. And Tyler is in the middle of that fire right now. In this video, I'm not only going to recap the drama, but I'm also going to show you guys why this moment is actually terrifying for any artist, but especially a black artist with a massive non-black audience, and why Tyler might be living through the exact
Pause. Is this true? A massive non-black audience. Nah, that's completely true. Because it's like if we be honest. Hold on, I don't want to get attacked because this whole thing is about his fan base, so I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. But like, we all seen the clips, like even rappers who are like obviously appealing to the black community, like their concerts, 90% white people. I think the YoungBoy concert has to be the first concert I've ever seen with a majority of black people. So it's like Tyler the Creator. I'm already knowing, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm already knowing.
Consequences he spent the last decade trying to avoid. Now, Tyler the Creator is a name or face I think almost everybody recognized by this point. He's been in the music game for over 15 years, ever since the early Odd Future days, back when he was loud, rebellious, and unapologetically weird. And over that time, he's gone on to build one of the most loyal and cult-like fan bases in modern music. However, that same fan base is now at the center of a major dilemma. Tyler has been in serious hot water these last few days, and it all started with something incredibly innocent: a tribute post to the legendary neo-soul icon D'Angelo, who recently passed away from pancreatic cancer. Tyler put up a heartfelt post honoring his legacy on Instagram, and instead of treating it with the seriousness it deserved, a portion of his fan base flooded the comments asking when he was going to drop music, and essentially saying things completely unrelated to the tribute, and they weren't acknowledging the loss. They weren't even present in the moment with him. Tyler eventually turned the comment section off, and that's when the situation took a turn, because shortly after he liked a tweet on Twitter that said, and I quote, "Tyler's fanbase hates black music despite Tyler himself having a very deep love and appreciation for it. Nigga has Charlie Wilson, Erykah Badu, and DJ Drama, etc. collaborations, and they still refuse to engage with black art on any meaningful level. Very cannibalistic." So the tweet was basically saying Tyler's own fanbase benefits from black culture because that's what he is. He's black and he's a product of it, right? But they don't actually respect or engage with black culture itself. In other words, they love Tyler's aesthetics, his personality, his influence, but not the actual roots of the art he comes from. And right after liking it, Tyler fired back with a tweet of his own where he said, "These Sun Dodgers are out of control, man." He ended up deleting this tweet, by the way.
Sun Dodgers.
If you're not familiar with the term, it's another way of saying white people. Now here's where things flipped, okay? Because almost instantly, the spotlight turned back onto Tyler himself. The internet didn't just criticize the fans, they started scrutinizing Tyler's past. And it sparked a conversation about the exact type of audience he has cultivated. And the focus shifted from his fans are being disrespectful to, no, wait a second, you created them. A lot of the criticism was centered around this exact idea, that Tyler made this kind of behavior feel acceptable inside his own fan base. Because let's be honest, most of us remember the early Odd Future era. Tyler's music, his skits, even his tweets. That era of Tyler was extremely loud, edgy, and a lot of times offensive on purpose. And now those old tweets are resurfacing again, tweets that Tyler himself has actually been deleting in real time over the past few days. For example, here's one that started spreading everywhere. I hate Black History Month. Why the F do you have to fucking say?
What? I hate Black History Month. Why the fuck do you have to separate niggas too?
We just now figuring out about this? How old is this nigga? 2014? He 34? I thought this man was like young. Like I thought he was like 26, 7. You feel me? Now what made him say that shit? He's 23 years old. Well, he was probably in his like woke phase. You know people. You know people always gonna have that phase like once they first hit adulthood. Like they gonna be pro something. And this nigga was probably pro woke. Hell no, but I want to call him something right now, but I feel like YouTube it's gonna strike my video down. I can't hear that.
Separate niggas still. Now there are a bunch of other tweets that people started digging up, but that's just one that ended up going super viral. So that's where the tone of the conversation changed completely, right? Now Tyler has faced this type of backlash before, but this time I think this one is definitely different because for the first time, the outrage wasn't just about what he said in the past, it was directly tied to the people he speaks to right now. It wasn't just Tyler's fan base are being disrespectful, it became, no. This is actually your fault. That Tyler didn't just attract this kind of audience.
Pause. The Spurs are whooping the Nets.
Man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Nobody asked you out a bitch ass.
Nah, this is completely unrelated. Just wait till I react to a basketball video. Y'all gonna know who I'm on. Pause. I'm paused.
He helped shape them through the early Odd Future era, the shock value, the edgy jokes, the reckless tweets. People are now arguing that Tyler normalized this behavior in his fan base that made it feel acceptable to laugh at black pain, to mock black issues, to consume black culture without ever truly respecting it or trying to understand it. And let's be real, Tyler's fan base has always been majority white, especially in the early Odd Future era. 90% of his audience back then was young white males who were chronically online, who loved that edgy, chaotic energy he was giving them. Yes, black kids were there too, but what really blew him up at first was that wave of white internet kids who felt like they finally had, permission to be wild and say anything in the name of being edgy. But over the years, as Tyler has evolved as an artist and stepped further into his creative maturity, his audience has obviously expanded. At this point, Tyler speaks to everybody. Teenagers, middle-aged white women, black fans, Hispanic fans, older people, fashion kids, music nerds, and so forth. His reach is not only massive, but his fan base is way more diverse than it was 10 years ago, right? However, the internet doesn't care about evolution, it cares about origin. And that's exactly where the backlash went. So now Tyler is basically being held accountable for creating the very behavior he's now denouncing. People are calling him hypocritical, saying you can't complain about the same people who made you famous. And on the other hand, some of those white fans are looking at it like, wait, what? You made it okay for us to act like this, right? It's almost like a kid in a grocery store acting all wild, and the mom tries to suddenly calm him down, and the kid looks at her like, calm down, this is how—
What? Nigga, 11 years ago, we was just saying fuck them. We was just saying fuck them niggas. Now we fucking with the niggas and shit. How dare you call me a sun ducker, bro? Just yesterday, we was just saying fuck Black history. That is so crazy to me. Because somebody's out there thinking like that. A diehard Tyler fan, probably somebody my age, 18-year-old white boy, you feel me? Probably like,
Sunducker? We was just saying fuck the niggas. And now you coming like this? Man, I don't like the new Tyler. Nah, I can't imagine that.
You raised me, except for the fact that these aren't 8-year-olds. These are people between, I would estimate, 20 and 26 years old at this point, maybe 18, 24, 26, somewhere there, if I had to make a rough estimation, right? Some of them have literally grown up on Tyler since 2011. They were 12-year-olds laughing at the edgy Odd Future era, and now they're fully grown adults. However, still wired the same exact way, and that's what's being exposed right now. So Tyler is now being forced to face the reality that's a very big part of his own creation. But at the same time, this isn't something he can fully control, right? These are real individuals making their own decisions about how they choose to show up. regardless of whether Tyler contributed to shaping that behavior during his younger years. The truth is, Tyler is 34 years old as of today, right? He's not the same man he was back then when Odd Future first blew up. He's evolved into something far more intentional, thoughtful, and artistically refined. Because like many
I thought Odd Future was like a mood. What is Odd Future?
generation, and at the same time,
Oh, I'm not paying attention to the video.
for white kids and too white for the blacks. Earl Sweatshirt said that once, and it stuck with a lot of people, including myself. Artists like Tyler and Earl, right, have become more than just celebrities. They became a voice for people who never had one. But here's where things get complicated, because the same people Tyler represents racially are not the same people contributing to his pockets monetarily, and that matters because Tyler isn't just an artist. He's a black artist, and the black experience comes with a very specific type of weight and responsibility. You don't just stay a musician for long. The moment you start influencing the culture and the world, you unintentionally become an educator in a lot of ways, or a reference point, if you will, an entry point into blackness itself, especially for people outside of it. And a lot of non-black kids grew up on Tyler, not just because he was wild and unfiltered, not just because he was saying things they couldn't say, but because he gave them access to a world they were never fully a part of. But that's where things get a little bit blurry, right? Because in Tyler's early years, his entire identity was built on, I don't care, I can say whatever I want. And when you build your brand on that, you naturally remove the boundaries for the people supporting you, and people stop knowing what's satire and what's an actual reflection of how you view your own people, right?
The same thing happened to Bruce Drop Him Off, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, this whole thing, like, shoot, I don't care. I'm gonna say anything to anybody. You feel me? That's how I'm coming. But obviously, you feel me? He did have limits. You feel me? He did have situations where he's like, whoa, that's crazy. I ain't gonna speak on that. You feel me? I ain't gonna talk about that. You feel me? That's, whoa, chill. You feel me? But his community, his moderators, they was talking shit about everybody, anybody. You feel me? There was some people part of his group who had his name. I forgot who it was called. But they used to make mad TikToks just clowning people. Just clowning the fuck out of them, bro. Like, TikToks, they used to be in the comments like, yo, you couldn't go nowhere without getting clowned by one of his people. Like, in a real way. And then when he finally got off the internet, you feel me? We was low-key safe. We was low-key safe from the, I ain't gonna lie, but he came back, you feel me? He revamped, he reshaped himself, you feel me? And he's just a better guy now, you feel me? He had to take that break from the internet, you feel me? He had to reshape himself so his community could reshape as well. And I don't know about Tyler. I feel like if he stopped making music, there's gonna be riots. And I don't think I ever seen a white person riot. Not a white person riot, but like a majority white riot. I wonder how that's gonna go. Shoot, let me know if you enjoyed that video. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment what you want to see next. You feel me? If you want that shout out, just a comment. You gonna get it. You hear me? There's not really too much to say for real, except, nah, that's it, mud. Love you though.